And welcome to another episode of Good Dawning with myself. My name is Josh, also known as Mr. Floyd. Welcome, everybody, to the Really Big Shoe. And yes, we are still in the really small basement, but welcome and grateful to be here, guys. How are we doing this Monday? And let's take a moment here and wish everybody favor here. Most of you guys who watch here, not everybody is somewhere east of me, right? Generally speaking, and most of you guys are probably somewhat pummeled in snow and ice at this point here. We're going to adjust the phone here. But grateful and a favor to you all. Anybody who's out in the snow and the ice there, so much love and favor. And really, guys, grateful. Grateful that you're here, favor that you're safe. All right, do not disturb is on, and we're all set. All right, welcome, Karma. Good dawning, beautiful soul. Nice to see you. Favor that all is well. Just adjusting the stand here. Tina as well, and of course Shelly and ubiquitously Neil as well. Grateful, and yeah, that was still hilarious last Tuesday there when Neil's like, I felt I needed to be here, and then 1 out of 20 there and got a reading right. Lindsay, beautiful, beautiful soul. We got really lucky about 6 inches of fluffy snow and 1 or 2 inches of sleet. Oh, so much favor. Yeah, it didn't turn out to be as explosive, the high PG, as they said it would be. Thank gosh, and thank God. Grateful, right? And favor to anybody who doesn't have power. Favor to anybody who's out there in the cold right now. Angie, welcome. So yeah, if you notice, guys, we shuffled Good Dunning to 9 a.m. It's easier for the Al Gore rhythm. That's part of what I've noticed and what I was seen advised upon through other channels, watching videos and stuff. Set it at a better time, right? So 9 o'clock, not 8:50, and yeah. So we'll be at 9 o'clock from now on. The only day it will truly affect is on Mondays here. Hershey goes live against at 11, so we'll try to keep it closer to an hour, so we can get over to Hershey, the Shadow Reader, this dawning as well. But grateful, guys, welcome, and hey there, Miss Lindsay, how are you? Yeah, how are you? And Angie, welcome. Hi, PG, boops and bubbles and bops and beeps. So grateful, guys, that you are all safe, and I'm safe as well. Today we look for more work. I don't know if Monday door dashing is kind of like a wasted space, but at least it has been the past few weeks. So we'll see if we door dash today. But either way, do something, right? Favor. We may go live. Well, we're gonna go live this week again with cards and oracle and channeling, and we're gonna do that most likely tomorrow. I will make an executive here, but yeah. Okay, so we will tomorrow at. I am door dashing tomorrow night, most likely. Tomorrow 1 p.m. Well, something like that. We'll figure it out, but I gotta figure it out. But keep an eye on the channel here, and we will go live, not Memorex here, with cards, oracle, and channeling and whatnot. I may actually flip it to tomorrow night, and it just depends. My schedule is not completely my own right now, since I have a kind of in a roommate situation. But yeah, I will make sure to get it announced on Good Dawning either way before we do it. Katie, Good Dawning, welcome. Nice to see you. All right, so we got Mother Goddess Isis here, and here is, well, I don't always wear it, but I do carry it. And there's the ankh right there. Hershey, Good Dawning, and again, Hershey will be live directly following us on her channel, so we'll just migrate the party over there. We'll keep this party going. Meta messages on Monday from Metatron. All right, so let's see what we got here. This is Isis here, and I'm like, where's the book? It's right here. I couldn't know what to do with my feathers, so I threw them in different oracle decks. I threw them in the boxes with my oracle decks. Emmanuel, welcome. Greetings from, wow, Switzerland. Wow. All right there. Favorite, Good Dawning. What was I watching last night? I don't know why I was watching this, but somehow I ended up on a video about the CERN, right, which goes right through the middle. It was built in Switzerland, right? CERN and the Mandela effect, right? I don't know how I ended up watching this video, but yeah. So welcome from the Europe there. Welcome. Divine Sisterhood is today's card. It says community of the spiritual sisters and brotherhood of the light, and that would be us. So favor. I was just thinking about Switzerland this moment. Interesting. Favor. All right, guys. So let's see what we've got, and yeah. So you're gonna see good dawning now at the top of the hour. The Al Gore and its rhythm can. That's part of the reason why I don't get thrown into the when the show starts. It's not as visible to others because it's an odd time, and YouTube doesn't like that. Not totally. So all right, and it's really I don't from coming past Truth Wave there. It's not like I want to crush. Yeah, crush you, and that's not cool. So we move it to 9 o'clock, and it'll stay here for now until trabajo aquí, till work starts here in some fashion or something. We may not be work, we don't know. Some way to bring in financial. There we go. But yeah, speaking of which, we will be doing cards and oracle and channeling this week again. I don't know when. I got to sit down and look at the calendar and times and see what's what. And between that and dashing, Shoho, welcome. What's up, dude? Where am I from? We're in Colorado, northern Colorado, north of Denver, north of Boulder. All right. And Divine Sunchild, Divine Sisterhood, not Sunchild. One more backwards. Wrong page, it flipped. There we go. Divine Sisterhood. Wow. All right, Divine Sister, community of the spiritual sisters and brothers of the light. I'll try to hold the card up and read at the same time. A community that is based in equity, respect, healthy boundaries, and personal freedoms with a mutual desire for spiritual growth, honoring of innate wisdom. Great miracles occur. There we go. You are part of this community of light. At one time, it existed only in the spiritual worlds, yet it is here. It is being born here on Earth. It is part of your destiny to help create a mature conscious community that empowers all of its members and based in truth. There we go. All right, it's hard to see with the reflection of the light, and then back here there's no light, right? So it's kind of hard to see. So, and I got a big spot right there on my glasses, which is really annoying. You ever pick up your glasses like in the morning, and it's like it's like oil, right? Like, what did I do? But yeah, so but grateful. Yeah, so what we do here, if you guys are new here, welcome. I am a channeler. I am a conscious channeler. If you've ever seen channeling before, like Daniel Scranton would be a semi-conscious channeler. I can channel with my eyes open. I can probably channel and drive. I can eat and channel and whatnot. I can drink and channel, and so we do. And so that's generally the premise of the show. I channel Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, and White Buffalo Calf Woman. We discuss energy, and we help to create our universes through doing so. There is one exercise I wanted to do today, which we're going to postpone, because I have to do a little more studying on what we're looking to do, but we are updating the show. And as of today, we are doing a couple things different. Tomorrow we'll even be doing more different. But so yeah, keep it around. We're plotting new here, right? So with the divine brother and sisterhood, right? The divine sisterhood and brotherhood as we create this new universe, right? And as miracles do occur, because we allow for miracles, right? We are the miracle. I am the miracle I've been looking for. There's no miracle outside of myself, right? What's the bigger miracle? You are the biggest miracle. You're standing here. All right. Wow. And then even more miraculous is that there's what, 1 million YouTube channels probably active. How you end up here? No coincidences, right? All right, so this is the angel numbers, number 2 deck. I don't know. I don't have number 1, but number 2 called to me. If you had to revise it, then I want to see the number 9. There we go. Endings, changes. Take action. Again, different cards have different systems, have different. I like to take action on 9-2. Endings 10-10 or 9 is like cycle change, right? That's from Joanne's Sacred Scribes, which is where a lot of numerologists, that's kind of the numerologist hub there. But so 9, take action. Intuitive, courageous, determination, opportunity, universal support, and momentum. The angels Want you to know that now is the best time to take action on something specific, even if it seems impossible. Remember that the universe is working behind the scenes to support you, as we've been discussing, right? So if you're taking action, all you have to do is 10% of the work, right? So finding work is what? You sitting in front of a computer and putting out your resume, right? Generally these days. It's you're not going to the store and be like, hey, can I get a job? Remember back in the day, right? Back in my day, my first job, I took the help wanted sign out of the window, right? Like that was the idea, right? You literally, it's like help wanted. Here you go. I'm your help. You've wanted me, right? Literally, that's what I said. And he was impressed that I said that, so I got the job. But nowadays, it's like, can I get an application? And you gotta go online, right? And so if you do, at least I'm sort of cheating the system, right? So if you go online, at least run your resume through ChatGPT, right? Because it'll give you what they call an ATS resume. Oh, good dawning, beautiful soul. And Tina. So an ATS resume, it'll give you if you ask for it, right? Add the keywords for the it knows the keywords that AI uses, right? I wonder if they all commiserate. Like, is there like an AI water cooler where they're all hanging around? Like, Grok is talking to ChatGPT, is talking to the AI, and Indeed is talking to. But yeah, so exactly. So yeah, run your resume through ChatGPT. It will help. But, blessings, Josh, and everyone in chat. Fatima, good dawning from staying warm up there. Free. Fatima lives above the United States, so you can guess that. And it's favor. Stay warm up there, guys. All of you guys out there, it's cold out there. At least it's going to be like over freezing here, which it has not been in quite a long while here. Over freezing. But, so we did not dash this weekend. Yeah, even one of my door dashers on YouTube came out. He's like, your driver, Mike, he's like, no, do not, if you really need to, but dealing with your insurance after a DoorDash accident is no fun, right? So saying, no, do not. So we did not DoorDash, not based on him, but we had a big micro burst of snow last night, and it was like, in 2 hours, we had like 4 inches. Like, what the heck? Felicia, nice to see you. How are you doing, everybody? Felicia, welcome to the chat. And of course, Felicia and King, of course, as well. All right, we're going to take that card. And we'll take the bottom 3 here as the energetics for today. And this is, I haven't used this deck in a minute. It's real fluffy, but it can give some interesting stuff. The Mind Info Oracle deck. I got this off of the Amazon, right? And all right, we have lots of snow, and it's very cold. Oh, favor. Do the horses like the snow? Some horses do, some don't. I don't know, but I don't. Generally, you know, if you're born in depending on when you were born, right, is the season that you're most favored towards, right? So if you're born in the fall, you most like fall. And me, I was born in July. So, right, and it was 90 degrees, 95, almost 100 degrees. And spree, good dawning. So, yeah, so I'm not the biggest, but all you winter babies out there, enjoy this. It's favor, right? Happy snow day, everyone. Our snow will stop tomorrow. Yeah, oh, that's right. You're so far out that the United States goes like this, and then there's that piece of Canada that's like over here, like way over here. Like the dangling participle of North America, right? That would be Florida, but way up there, right? So yeah, so Lindsay and Nathan are waiting for it to pass. Well, I feel bad if you're in Boston. There's supposed to be like 40 inches of snow or something insane. So favor, guys. But we did sign up for this, right? I guess theoretically. We signed on the dotted line that we're going to an unsupported and uneven toroidal field. It has to balance itself out, I guess, right? And so we got to stand in the balance of the toroidal field, right? All right, so today's card is expand, and every time I say expand, I don't mean your waistline, right? No, I'm not going to exactly expand. Not like that. All right, you are being asked to expand your life in you live in a huge world with endless possibilities. And staying safe in the known is no longer working for you. This isn't safe. This is being unsafe, right? This is going out on a limb. So what are you doing to go out on a limb, all right? energetically. I mean, it's not a limb anymore because I've done it so much, but and this is, I think, is like the 500 and something episode of Good Dawn. That's insane to think about. But so yeah, what are you doing to go out on a limb? And really, if you do go out on a limb, make sure that the limb will support your weight, right? Because we wouldn't want you to fall. But if you do fall, you know what happens is you get back up and you find another limb to go out on, right? I mean, I get Donning failed, nobody was watching, then we would just do something different, right? It would have been an experiment. I have family in Maryland too. Funny. You do? Nice. I'm Balmer, hon. They're getting They got a bunch of sleet and ice. So favor. I think my mother got like 18 inches of snow in Cincinnati. If you're watching, you can put it in the chat there. Just grab your phone. That's a lot of snow. Crazy. All right, so expand. Why? Because it's time. At the tone, the time will be right now. Remember that? What time is it? Let me call. Remember that when you had to call 3 digits and you could get the time at the tone? The time will be 8:59. Beep. All right, it's time. You're being asked to move forward towards the dream that you've been carrying in your heart. That's all right. We gotta expand on the dream that moves time, right? Not like time like Mars Day in the time, but it's although they're good, right? Tuna sauce, right? It's time. Brian America, have you heard? Brand new dance. It's called the bird. All right, abundance. Well, all right. I don't put these together. I'm not here to lie. I don't make these things up. So that's need to expand because it's time for abundance. All right, there you go. But remember, when you say the word abundance, the universe does not. It just hears abundance, right? And if you don't put something behind it, it's going to grab what you need to learn, right? And if you need to learn a lesson about abundance, that may not be the great. Well, it's a lesson. It's the greatest for you in the long run, but it may not be the funnest thing for you at the moment. Always put something that abundance of what? You get abundance of headaches. You can get abundance of speeding. You don't want any of that, right? You got an abundance of snow. We didn't want that either. Some of us did, maybe, but not me. But all right, listen for it. The universe is saying it's out there. Can you hear it? Right. So it's asking you to expand, not your waistline, right? Expand. So that's the whole idea. The premise is to expand, right? So if we're trying to expand, then it's time to do so, right? So you are being asked to move forward, right? So don't put your universe in reverse right now, right? It's time to move forward. In what? Abundance of what? You've got to state that. If you do not state abundance, the universe will look at you and find your greatest lesson, right? Whatever you are needing, whatever you are neglecting, or whatever needs to be screamed at you louder than you want it to be, right? And then next thing you know, you'll have an abundance of, you're not taking care of your house. Maybe you have an abundance of cockroaches, right? It's possible, not in the winter usually, but not as much. Or if you're not, right, exactly. If you're not doing whatever it is, you are in control of it if you allow, make that it's time, right? And then now it's time to listen. Once you realize it's time for abundance, the universe will match you, right? You have to listen, though. It's, what? They're going to come out and tell you it's what it's saying, right? So listen very carefully, because and listening, all right, we're gonna do a channeling here. It's coming through. Saint Germain, we are going to do the channeling now because it's tied to the card, and we are going to talk about listening, right? Generally, if you are new here, we channel during good dawning. Sometimes in a specific space, sometimes the energy pulls me out, and we are going to discuss. And today, we are going to discuss your cards here, right? Because it's time to listen. Are you listening to your universe, right? And when we are talking about listening to the universe, and you are talking about getting cards like expanding, it's time for abundance, right? The universe is asking you to listen because it has a message. It has a pattern that it's trying to tell you, right? So Saint Germain wants you to understand that when you are walking out in your universe, are you listening to the birds? Are you listening to the trees? Well, this is not White Buffalo Calfwoman. Saint Germain, are you looking at your universe in a more macro level, right? So that you can see where we are coming in to communicate with you, right? Are you in understanding that we are always in communication with you? We are always available to you. And we are always generally, in some form or fashion, communicating to you. But are you listening? When you are getting cards like this, you are on the verge, right? You know what the verge is, right? And we're not talking about the band, right? We are talking about something that is close in your universe, something that is on the cusp, right? That is coming in, something that is about to happen, right? But if you are not listening, it'll drive right by, right? You are always, if you see the Harley Davidson, generally speaking, you are listening to the loud ass muffler that it's putting out, right? And you are seeing it. It is the idea, right? You are complaining about the muffler, but yet you see that motorcycle and you hear it. Why? Because you are listening, right? And generally, unless you had maybe shooter earplugs in or shooter gun goggles, right? Concert going earmuffs or something, you would not, there's no way you could not hear the motorcycle. That's just the point of these cards, right? It is coming through to say, listen, it's time for your abundance. Get ready to expand. But if you are not listening, right? If you are not ready, if you are not taking advantage of your universe by grounding, right? By doing your part, by centering yourself, whatever you are listening to could drive right by, right? Theoretically, just like if you are wearing blinders on a horse, you will not see it. It'll just shoot right past your universe. It is your job to listen. And what do we mean by listening? It means seeing the clues, putting the patterns together in your universe, right? It also means what? Listening to yourself, right? Stepping out of your karmic self. It's very hard if you're standing in your karmic energy to listen to your universe, to see the pattern that is coming in, right? If you are standing there all frustrated about Bob, right? And Bob is your mean guy, right? And he's yelling at you, your neighbor Bob, right? We usually say your boss, but we are going to change this, right? Your neighbor Bob, right? So if you are standing around pissed off about your neighbor Bob, right? But you are getting flashes in your universe, right? Something is about to get better in your universe, but you are focusing only on Bob, and you are not doing anything else. You are standing in center with Bob, right? Not yourself, not what you are doing, not anything else that is coming, and you are ignoring things, and you are just pissed off about Bob. Whatever you are looking for will drive right by. But if you are standing centered, you'll pick up the email that you are needing to see that will lead you to this, right? Or you'll get the invitation, right? Or you understanding, you'll hear in your universe, you'll get an invitation to something, and you'll not be pissed off at Bob, so you might actually go. And when you go, then you meet X, and then you end up with Y, and then you are standing in Z a year later. Are you an understanding of how this works, right? X, Y, and Z is movement forward, if you are an understanding, right? Are you an understanding of how we communicate with you, right? There's a million trillion different ways that we can communicate with you. And when we are doing so loudly, like with these cards, right? Telling you that there is an abundant future coming in for you. Are you sitting there going, not for me, I am not worthy of that? You will then push it away. If you are telling the universe after you are getting signs that you are not worthy of something, the universe will say, fine, and you are not worthy of it, and drive away, right? We do not have to bring it to you, right? It does not have to be delivered to you, right? You can push these things away quite easily, right? And you do so often by sitting there and going, what could be brought to me? I am not worthy of much. I am just this little thing, right? Or there is nothing coming to my universe. Nothing has for years, right? So what would say that something is coming into my universe now, right? And this is not just your reader who is thinking that something is coming in. Think for yourself. You are part of this reading, right? So if you are part of this reading, where you are being told to listen, because it's time to expand in abundance, essentially, right? If you are a part of this reading, then and you are watching it, right? Then you are part of all of that. And so are you sitting there going, that's not for me, I don't know what the abundance could be? Or can you sit there and find the abundance you are looking for? Can you find the universe you are looking for? And can you say to yourself, yes, I agree, it's time for my universe to what? Expand. It's time for me to create a better universe. It's time for me to step forward. So when you go out today, ask your universe for large clues, right? Be loud, universe. Have you ever said that to your universe? Have you said that to your guides, your angels? When we are done here, we are going to have Josh call in your guides and angels, and we are going to ask them to be loud today, right? Today is the day of the moon, right? And we are going to set ourselves up for an amazing week. So will you join us? When you go out today, look for the clues, right? If you are seeing and you get out of your car and you're seeing license plate with a 22, park next to a license plate with a 33, park next to a license plate with a 44, if you are not seeing the clues at that point, then I do not know what to tell you, right? Exactly. Your universe will provide to you the universe clues, right? That you need, that will match for you in your universe. It's your job to be open to listen to those clues, right? Something is coming in for all of you. We are changing, right? Allow it to come in. Listen for it, right? Have no expectations of what it could be or anything else, but have an open mind and an open heart and be ready for what could be. That is what we are asking for you to do today, right? To be ready for what could be. Are you? Or are you dismissing? Do you sit around and dismiss your universe and dismiss yourself and see yourself as a small energy? And if you do see yourself as a small energy, why? Because you are the same energy as Saint Germain. You are the same energy as this planet, and you are the same energy as the universe. It's just compressed, but you have the same amount of ability to create, right? You are all creating. Again, did you eat breakfast? Well, yes. If you did, then you created that breakfast, right? No, unless somebody just miraculously, right? But then you created that too, right? If somebody walks into your frame and says breakfast and just hands it to you, right? Did you not create that by the wanting of breakfast and by not dismissing the opportunity? A lot of you do not understand when you are not dismissing things, crazy things happen, all right? If you are dismissing the idea that somebody would come up and just hand you breakfast, then nobody's going to do so. But if you don't dismiss that and leave it as a possibility, then it's possible that anybody in the universe could come and hand you anything for breakfast, right? Be it from a bagel to a donut to a breakfast taco, right? So it's up to you, right? Today is not Taco Tuesday yet. But nonetheless, are you allowing and seeing in your universe, right? You want to go on vacation, but you don't have money, right? But at the same time, everything you see now is about going on vacation, all right? Do not let the universe and trust that even if you did not have all the money you needed, that it would show up in your frame, right? This is what we are talking about. How in cahoots, right? In conjunction with your universe are you, right? Are you standing in line and arm with your universe, or are you in doubt? Are you in fear, or are you in pain? It is up to you how you stand, but if you are standing in alignment with your universe, as you see cards literally telling you that it's time to listen, because it's time to expand with your abundance, right? When you are getting cards like that, are you going, what abundance? I don't see any abundance in my universe. I hover these bills. That's your abundance if that's all you are seeing, right? Are you allowing for more? Saint Germain is asking for you to put your foot on the ground this dawning, right? And to stand in safe. And say with Saint Germain, utilize the I am. I am grateful. I am open to receive real abundance, right? And whatever that is for you. Financial abundance. Abundance of love. Abundance of people in my universe, helpful people. An abundance of purpose, right? You are looking for abundance. If you are not putting purpose in there, then you are going to feel pretty empty, right? But are you allowing for that? The cards are saying that it is coming. Are you pushing back, right? A lot of you will say, I am not worthy. I push that back, right? What abundance in my universe, right? And if you are starting to talk in a karmic way against yourself by saying, I don't see that abundance, or what abundance, or what, you are kidding me, right? I have all these bills, right? You have to let go. If you are going to state that, the universe can only bring you what your energy is going to vibrate. So if you are standing in, I am not worthy, I am not abundant, I am full of bills, or I've not ever been like that, right? And the universe can only match that. But if you are saying, I am grateful for the abundance in my universe, I am bringing in all the financial abundance, all the abundance of need, helpfulness, of joy, of love in my universe, right? I am bringing that in. I am standing in the center of all of that. Because I am worthy of being of love. I am worthy of being of joy. I am worthy of being of financial abundance, which gives me choice to do what? To help others, to teach, to be of service on planet Earth. A lot of you will deny financial abundance in your universe and say you are not worthy because you see financial abundance as the root of all evil, when really, the more financially abundant you are, the more you can help on this planet, right? The more tickets you have to have better experiences. Where are you standing? What energy do you flow and allow in your universe? It all ties together, right? If you poo-poo financial abundance, then you are not seeing yourself as the abundance that you are, right? You're not seeing yourself as the larger energy of love and peace. Saint Germain wants you to understand that In order for all of this to come into your frame, you have to see yourself as worthy. Allow the communication between yourself, your higher self, your guide, Saint Germain and others, to come through and point you in the right direction. If you can do so, you can find what you are looking for. Step out of your karmic self, right? We're going to use the I am here. So join Saint Germain. Follow with me. You can repeat after me or not. That is your decision. I am the abundance that I stand in. I am grateful for the love in my universe. If you are Hershey, she is grateful for the new love in her cat universe, right? If you are looking for love and you are pushing love away, then you are not going to find love, right? What energy are you putting out in your universe? Is it oppositional to what you are looking for? If you hate yourself, you cannot bring in love. If you feel unworthy, you cannot bring in finances. If you feel like a loser, you will not find your purpose. Are you in understanding? Your centered energy is what directs. And so we see ourselves as the abundance we are looking for. And we allow. You have to allow for energies to come through as well by not kicking them down the street. They're saying, I am not worthy. If somebody says, I see you as financially abundant, and you go, no, I have never been abundant. I am not worthy of that. Then the universe has to match that energy. Remember, you are in a giant Xerox machine, right? So what you say, the universe will copy. Your general vibration is what the universe is going to run right back into your frame. So when you're running around financially broke, where in your programming are you seeing that you are not worthy of having funds, right? If you do not have a job that is making you happy, right? Then where in your universe did you find that work should not make you happy, right? Well, if you are sitting in a universe that is not working for you, then where did you find that building a universe that is not working for you is your best bet, right? How many of you are taking inventory right now, for example, and looking around and seeing what does not work in your universe? You are in a space where if you listen, you are ready to expand because it's time for abundance. If you are open to it, then it'll come into your frame, but you have to be open to it. You have to stand in that center and realize through your realize. Don't allow for your traumatized lying eyes to tell you that you are not worthy of what you are worthy of. Do not allow for your trauma to stand and block you from the abundance that you are worthy of. Do not allow for your closed off mind to not hear your universe when we come driving by with a 666 license plate after a 333 license plate after a 222 license plate. When you look at the clock and you see 1212, do not allow yourself to say, oh, I am not worthy to make a wish to my universe, right? You are all the worthiness, and those are all perfect non-coincidental situations. They are the universe talking to you. There are no coincidences, right? So stand in your frame today. Allow, because it's time, if you listen, to expand. Abundance fell on the floor, but nonetheless, right? We'll pick that up. For your abundance is right in front of you if you see it. For all of you, it is not so hard. You are just pushing it away. Releasing transmission. Whoa, okay, I did not expect that. Hang on. If you've not seen me channel, it's just a bunch of energy that kind of rises up and I shake it down. All right, I'm working on programming. I have such a tendency to expect to be outcast and underappreciated. Exactly, Lindsay. No kidding. And so what happens, Lindsay, is your programming of expecting to be outcast leaves you in an outcast universe, right? Now you're in a bus, right? No offense, and it's same with mine, right? My expectations of having nothing in my universe and this and that and the other, way back in the day, and it's changed now, but but yeah, and here I am, right? So yeah, exactly. So our expectations are centered vibrated energy there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sesame Street, right? I don't even know if that's going to be around anymore since they got rid of funding PBS. But probably the coyotes and a bunch of other wild animals there. I'll be in touch, Hershey. Awesome, Enspree. Yeah, Hershey will be live in 26 minutes. There we go. All right, so let's use the I am. We're going to make some I am statements. We're going to clear some energies from the weekend, and then we will set some intentions, right? Actually, let's clear the energies first. We will use some I am statements and set some intentions for this week. We intend to expand, and not like our waistline, right? Exactly. But expand our energies and expand what we allow into our universes, right? All right, so join me. We're going to take some breaths here, and then we're going to do some I am work. All right, probably the coyotes and favor. All right. All right, so let's clear some energies. Take a deep breath with me, if you would, please. Breathe in. And release. Breathe in. And hold it. And release. I was asking if relatives, if anyone was pregnant, had this yet. Favor. And one more. And release. All right, so if you want to join with me here and clearing some energy. So if there's anything that's up your craw, anything that happened over the weekend, anything you need to get rid of to ground yourself in a better week. Although technically, sometimes some say the week starts Sunday. I always go with Monday, but the calendars say something, so who knows. But either way, your work week. There we go. But either way, guys, so take a moment and think over the past few days. Is there anything outside of probably wanting to cuss out the weather that you would want to clear energetically? So from my end, I just write it on the chalkboard. If you've been with us for a while, we just visualize the energetic situation or the person. We're not getting rid of the person, just the energies that they may have deposited to our universe. So we break the energy, we clear the energy. You can imagine like Bart Simpson writing on a chalkboard and erasing it. You can write it down and tear it. If you're Hershey, you can run out to you can run out to the beach there and put it on the sand. Whatever works for you. You can write it in the dirt. You can cold stone chisel it if you want, but that would take a while, unless you're Fred Flintstone, right? I don't know how they chiseled so fast, but yeah, exactly. Or you can write it on a magic. Remember those? You could write it and then peel it up and it disappears. Or write it on an Etch-a-Sketch, right, and then shake it. That would work too, right? Put it in an Etch-a-Sketch, like my boss. There we go. I release. Right? You could do that too. So whatever works for you, but take a moment to do so. This is a exercise that we do it separately, but we do it daily, generally daily on the show, or at least a couple times a week. And also, you can do this in the exact moment somebody cuts you off or whatever happens. Your boss comes by and says, "You suck," and then you go, "Oh yeah, well I don't need that energy. Take it back. I love myself. I clear that." Right? Just like that. Right? So whatever works for you. But here we go, guys. In favor, your boss doesn't come back and say you suck, right? Break the energy and let's remove that out of frame. All right, guys. So whatever else, if you need to clear some more energy, keep doing so. But we're going to set some intentions with the I am. Then we are going to, we've got on Monday, we ground our weekly and did the big honker. That we got from Chloe at Chloe's Crystals, capital C on YouTube, or chloescrystals.shop on the web. If you need crystals, there's no, I wouldn't go anywhere else. But I think the coupon's still there, Floyd Fam, Floyd FAM, capital F, for 15% off. All right, let's set some I am statements here. So if you want to follow along, I am intending to have a great week, right? You gotta have some intention. It's an intentional universe, right? So what is your grounding intention for this week? So I am intending to have a great week. I am intending to bring in financial abundance this week, right? I'm intending to shift for myself. To shift my universe, right? I'm intending to make my universe productive. I'm intending to be the love in my universe that I am looking for. What are you intending for this week, right? I intend to allow my universe. And I am allowing my universe, right? I am allowing my universe, there we go, to do its magic this week. And I am open to seeing that magic. I am open to, Clint, good donning. I am open to hearing that magic. And I am grateful for the magic in my universe, right? Speaking of which, because I am grateful, and if you want to join us, Clint, we're about to call in our guides and angels and whatnot. We do that on the daily, sometime during the show as well. So I call, if you want to join me, I call in all my guides. You can name them out loud if you want to. I call in all my angels. So I call in Ron and Miles when he wants to show up. Ron being my primary guide. I call in Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo Calf Woman, Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel and Gabriel, and all Sasquatch, dolphins, Yeti, dragons, all to join me this week today, and you can follow along here, to carry me when I can't carry myself, to lift me up when I need lifting, and to bring forth what I need to have the best universe ever. I step open and in to the greater source field for all possibilities, and I am grateful that my family steps with me, helps me to have the greatest week ever. However that works for you. But basically, the idea is that we're calling in our family, our soul family, right? So are you calling in your guides and angels on the daily? Are you walking out of the house and doing it alone, right? They're not that you're truly alone, but at the same time, you are not as connected if you are not calling in your family as well, right? So you aren't just sitting here alone, right? So if you call in, hopefully you understand that, for sure. But if you call in your guides, your family, your angels, and of course we forgot as well, we call in our family lineage, right? Our ancestors who want to help us, to guide us to be our best. You do have ancestors that aren't always so maleficent, right? You don't always have your best thoughts in mind too, right? You realize that not all your ancestors are down to help you as much as they may be more like when you see the path there, drop a boulder at the back end, right? It's a lot of family members in your family line don't want to see the family lineage totally healed, right? Some do, some don't. But yeah, favor. So on your end, ask your guides, your angels, what do we got going on today? What's going on? Show me, right? So we can do that, right? So guides and angels, I'm calling on my guides and angels to show me, show us, right? What for today? Show us the higher for today. Show us the more awesome for today, and lead us into our highest for today, right? So there we go. But are we doing so? Do you do so? So yeah, so every day, generally on Good Dawning now, we'll call in our guides and angels, right? And there's one other thing I'm looking to add in. It's a breath exercise. I'm still working on learning it myself. And once we do, we're going to get it into the show too. So we're going to start doing some healing of our nervous system through breath, right? But yeah, so first step, calling in our guides, calling in, and then allowing them. So do you allow, right? When you call them in, that's one thing. But then do we allow for their intervention during the day, right? And do we give them permission? So if you want to join with me, I am giving my guides and angels permission, and I give my guides and angels permission to intervene, to step forward into my universe when necessary, to help push me towards in the right direction, and to help guide me towards what I need to be my best today, right? There you go. So if you want to do so, you can call in your guides and angels and the like, as we do so here on the daily. Thank you, horses. Hi, Clint. I can't coffee, right? Actually, it's instant coffee. It's not really the best, but I'm grateful for any coffee that lands in my lap, generally. But yeah. All right, guys. So, what are you looking to create this week? Do you have a goal? That's another question. I mean, we're not saying goals per se, but just keep in mind, are you floating, or do you have something that, see, for myself, it's all moving me towards creating a new universe, right? Let's not let coffee land on our laps. Oh, God, no. Although that one lady from McDonald's there, she did, and she made like millions of dollars from coffee. Now every time you get coffee from McDonald's, it says caution hot, right? Put the coffee between her legs and drove off like a... Not very smart, but exactly. All right, guys, let's use the Chloe's Big Honker, right? And yeah, we'll see where we go from there. But we'll be live again. The intention is to go live every day this week. I have to look at my schedule and Carmen's schedule and my universe and Dashing's schedule, and what we will figure out when we're going to do cards and live channeling again which was great last week. And what that means is that I channel for you. So I will channel. I can answer questions. I can have a direct conversation with you through the chat, of course, while channeling. So yeah, it's fun stuff. All right, we're gonna work with the this guy, which weighs about 4 pounds, and we got from Chloe, and yeah, and so this is if you've never seen Chloe's crystals, this is just this thing is stunning, and it's there you go. You can see the flash on it. Look at that. It's flashing blue. That's crazy. It's got a blue flash to it. I never even noticed that. All right. Half the time coffee is served lukewarm, gross. I'll make my own. Exactly. And Starbucks? Yes or no? I'm not down with Starbucks. I'm not a fan of like if I go to Starbucks, I'll get a chai. I will not get. I don't like their coffee tastes like it's kind of burnt. But number 1104. Okay. 11 is like trying to get the universe getting your attention. 4 would be like the angels supporting you, and 0 is your universe. So, there you go. So you're supported by the angels in your universe. Half time I get to it, Inspire, it's lukewarm anyways. I have no problem drinking cold coffee. I'm a mom. Haha. Can't wait for Chloe's crystals to arrive. Oh, favor. Yeah, that's right. Everybody who bought Chloe's crystals are probably on the way at this point. Starbucks, Mickey D's both taste better and bitter and burnt. Yeah, no, totally. Honestly, as crazy as it sounds, I'm not a big bad. I like it's crazy because it's just good old basic gas station coffee, right? Like if you go to the QT, the Quick Trip here, you hit the button and it just spins the beans and makes sure it makes it exactly. It's fine by me. 7-Eleven Select, there you go. That works too, right? Then you get the pump of the really healthy cream, the vanilla cream with the palm oil in it. But only time I do that, right? When I go to the gas station and get coffee and and so yeah. And I guess the Broncos lost this weekend. So no Super Bowl here in Denver, but favor though, still pretty amazing that they, and even with the backup quarterback there, they only lost by a field goal. So he managed to hold off pretty good here. So yeah, but oh well. No Super Bowl for Denver, but grateful guys. All right, so let's work with the big hunker here. And so what do you want to ground in for this week? What are you looking to create? Yeah, we're doing well, Lindsay. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Staying warm. Yeah, we're okay. We just gotta start rebuild. It's like rebuilding my universe, but sometimes the universe will shake you out of what you had built, so that what comes behind it, right? Generally, what you build after you get a shakeout is generally better than what you had built to begin with. There you go. All right. Yeah, the Rams lost too. Guess I'm not forced. Yeah, it's another boring Super Bowl. Something about the Patriots in the Super Bowl that's just getting. It's like it's annoying at this point, right? It's just like, really? Why? But that's just my opinion. I don't know. If I didn't live in Denver, it was like the past 4 years before this, I didn't know who was in the Super Bowl. Literally, like, the Super Bowl's today? Oh, okay, who's playing? Like, literally, I had no idea. Only because I live in Denver and I worked at the stadium. That I know the Denver Broncos, I know who's in the Super Bowl this year. But the past 4 years, like, I don't know who won the World Series last year. Who won? I know who won the NBA title, and I don't know who won hockey either. So there we go. At all, in any aspect, do I know. But this is a busy week for me. Church time before, crunch time before Ohio. There you go. But yeah, be grateful you didn't go, like, had to go this week, right? But favor. All right, guys, we're going to work with the big honker. And this is the big honker. And the energy only works with what? Your permissiones. And so you being here is your permissiones. And otherwise, I will see you on the backside or see you. But yeah, stick around, and we'll close out with a group hug and head over to Hershey. I don't have any music, and it's going to be a minute before I do, but nonetheless, there are 2 people here might be flying to Ecuador tomorrow. Flights may be delayed. Ecuador? There you go. Get you. I'm getting out of this mess. I'm going to Ecuador and getting warm. Damn it. And I never thought about it. But yeah, Ecuador would work. All right, so we're going to use the big honker here to settle in what we want for this week. So just imagine the energy coming off of that as what you want for this week. So I'm imagining finding a way, right? Something happens and we make money, right? There we go. That's not the end all be all, really. It's about making yourself better source, right? And then the money comes as well. So we could do that too, right? We're going to be better source energy, better love, and allow for the money then to flow as we stand in our strength as well. That works too. So favor guys that you're all warm, and how much snow did you guys get out there? If you want to put it in. My friend wants me to somehow work another 50 to 60 hours before I go. That's not going to work. I'm exhausted and doing my best to survive right now. Favor. Anna! Good dawning, Anna. Greetings. Love and light. Love and light, Anna. All right. So we're grounding in what we want for this week. For myself, it's putting the legs down on the ground to start to shore up my universe by either finding a purpose or a way to make purpose money, right? And however that works. You could discover me as my channeling. I could be discovered that way too, right? That would work. But I'm open to any possibility. All right. All right, guys, and of course, after here, we're going to go over to Hershey, the Shadow Reader, and she's live with Meta Messages on Moon Day. And yeah, so the show's going to be at 9 o'clock from now on, not 50 or quarter till. Screws up the algorithm, and it makes it harder for me to be seen in the general live, whatever the live scroll, I guess. So yeah, so we're going to shift that around and go to 9 o'clock for now. Of course, once my universe shifts, we may shift that again. All right, let's seal this off here in a moment. So what are you looking to create this weekend or this week? Utilize the energy from the crystal here. We're going to quickly remove any blocks to what we're looking to create by going down the chakras. Mom came... Favor, Anna. So much love there. Mom came home from the hospital. That's awesome. Healing love and favor to Anna there, to her mom. How awesome. I keep going, ending up in situations where I'm taking advantage of and resented. And so I want to figure out how to heal that. As I'm going to state here, a lot of us empaths are taken advantage of energetically when we don't even realize it. I know I was. Find your voice, exactly. A gentle no. Standing with your feet, it's hard because I get it, Lindsay. We've all been there, and it's standing in that frame. It's not so favor. All right, let's seal this off. We're gonna hermetically seal this off here. Yeah, it's just tricky when you are in other people's space. Exactly. I'm in. Welcome. I can relate. Truly, I can relate. And grateful to be in other people's space. But yeah, it's tricky as all hell. It's a dance, and it's not a fun dance, but it's a dance. But I'm grateful. You got to hold the gratitude just as well. So it's like a weird up and down, right? Exactly. Find your masculine, Lindsay, as well. Yeah. Favor. All right, guys. Let's close this out with a group hug, and we'll be all set for tomorrow. We will go live again, and we'll set up a time for cards and oracle and channeling as well. Yeah, let's take a moment and see Lindsay there in the highest light, and just get you out to Ohio and just stay there. There's only one way you could legally stay there, and we'll leave that alone, but just stay there. Candlelit. Yes, exactly. I expect a lot of time in my masculine. That's my survival side. I don't have a lot of space to be feminine. There you go. All right, guys, let's take a breath. I'm going to breathe in and release. And, of course, we can all hug Lindsay. All right, guys, let's close this out with a group hug. Take our left arm up and put it to the person on your left. Take our right arm up and put it to the person to your right. Pardon me. We take our heart chakra, and we send it out of our left hand, and we send our love from our left hand right around through and to each other as it comes around. And we go through each and every one of our heart chakras. And we see each and everybody as we spin our love around. We see each and everybody in the love that we are sending to them, and we see their love in our universe as well. And we feel that as we spin around faster and faster, like the atoms in the Large Hadron Collider that turn into one bigger atom. As we spin around, our hearts merge into one big heart, and we take that love and that heart as it spins through you and me and each of us. We lock it in like a reverse tornado into the greater source field. Chink. And we hold that love up there, and we see everybody in the greater source field in love and peace. And we see each and everybody here in love and peace and warmth, of course, as well, right? And everybody out there as well in warmth. We see everybody today letting go and allowing to see their universe in creation, allowing to expand, listen, because it's time for abundance, right? However you want to put those, right? Exactly. And we let go, and we let our universe bring in the abundance that we are looking for. We claim that abundance, of course, as a physical, as what it is, right? Abundance of helpfulness, abundance of financial money, abundance of love, whatever it is for you, we claim that abundance, and we stand in the frame of it. We let and listen to our universe. Why? We listen for the signs, the clues, and the directions. What? To find that abundance. We don't keep our ears shut, and we do not disallow, right? We do not take the energies and give it back to the universe either, right? We allow for those energies to flow to us and trust that if the universe is telling us rather loudly that things are about to get better, we allow for that. We stand in it, and we, with no expectations, appreciate and are grateful for it. We see everybody allowing the universe to bring in that expansion, allowing everybody to see what clues are needed to take what direction to bring in that abundance into our universes, and we allow for that. We see everybody in the greater source field allowing for themselves to be open enough to allow their universe to bring in the abundance that they are looking for, and they are open enough to follow the signs to receive that abundance. Of course, we see Mother Gaia, and of course we see everybody in the United States, of course, today, staying warm from these storms, and of course Canada, staying warm from these storms, staying out of danger and out of the snow, and in peace and love. We see Mother Gaia with no X's or O's in the sky, and of course no forever chemicals or plastics in her soils or waters. And with that, we close out by saying, hallelujah, so it is, and so it shall be. And with that, another day's image is spent. All right, guys, we are officially done. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you as we go through this journey here. And thank you for riding along. And of course, the bus keeps going and the train keeps going. And there's no station for us yet to stop at, right? So we will see you guys tomorrow. And thank you for being here. And most likely tomorrow we will also do cards and oracle. Grateful, guys. I love you all. I'm going over to Hershey, the Shadow Readers, and I will see you all in the next. Thank you all for being here. I love you all. Have a great day, guys.